Hey friends! So this video is in collaboration with Southern Wife Everyday Life. She's hosting an open collab for Thanksgiving where she's invited a bunch of her YouTube pals to either do a side dish, a dessert, or even both that you might prepare as part of your Thanksgiving meal. So the recipe that I wanted to share with you is actually a family recipe, so there's no link to share in the description with you, except for the playlist link. I'll tell you guys about that at the end of the video. So I'm gonna do my best to be as detailed as I possibly can when actually telling you the recipe because there's no place to find it except right here and my family recipe book. This recipe we lovingly refer to as carrot soufflé, although I don't think by definition it's a soufflé. I guess it's more of like a casserole maybe? I don't know. We call it carrot soufflé. And it's this delicious, sweet, vanilla-y, just oh, it's so good. For whatever reason, we usually only make it around the holidays, although this is something you could easily make all year round. And I could see how you could use this as a side dish if you're the kind of person that likes sweet potatoes with marshmallows on top. Not my bag, but I won't judge you. But for dessert though, oh my goodness, I could probably eat a whole one of these by myself if you give me the chance. And I mean, it's a great way to sneak veggies in, so maybe that's not a terrible, no, it's probably not the best idea to eat a whole one by yourself, but it is so good. Not only is it extremely delicious, travels well, and is super easy to make, but it is gluten and dairy free naturally. I think I've probably sold you on it pretty well, huh? So let's just jump into baking. So we're gonna start with 1 3/4 pounds of carrots. I peeled, chopped them up, and boiled them until they were fork tender. So I'm adding my carrots to a bowl right now, and while they're still warm, I'm gonna start mashing them. You don't have to do it, but I like to just to give them a head start. To this, I'm gonna add a cup of sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I'm just gonna mix it all up together so that it becomes uniform. For this recipe, you can use either coconut oil or butter. I use coconut oil because I am dairy free. You need 1/2 cup, and the heat from the carrots is going to melt it down. To this, you'll also add 3 eggs, which you can beat beforehand. And you also need 2 tablespoons of rice flour. You could probably use regular flour, but because I'm keeping it gluten-free, this is what we've always used. So rice flour it is. You just mix it all up until it's come together again. So here we have a 2-quart baking dish, which happens to be an 8x8 glass pan. I'm greasing it up with some cooking spray and pouring everything in. I'm just gonna smooth it out so it looks pretty. And this is gonna go into a preheated 350-degree oven for about an hour. And here she comes, making her grand entrance through the steam. Look how pretty she baked up. So at this point, I like to take about 2 teaspoons of confectioner's sugar and dust it on the top to give it a really pretty kind of crust. You could eat this warm, but we usually like to refrigerate it for a few hours or even overnight. It is really spectacular when it's cold. Alright friends, so that's going to conclude my carrot soufflé recipe from my family to yours. I really hope you guys give this a shot. It is so tasty. I usually end up making at least 2 batches because this flies. And now that you've watched this video, make sure you check out the link to the playlist in my description so you can see not only what Southern Wife Everyday Life prepared, but all of our other YouTube pals. And if you make this recipe yourself, let me know in the comments how you like it. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I'm usually pretty hush-hush about my family recipes, but This one is too good not to share. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope you'll please give it a big thumbs up. I'd also love it if you would subscribe and click that notification bell because I post at least 3 times a week and I wouldn't want you to miss a minute. Thanks so much again for watching. Bye!